Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's pre-show and watch-along. This time we will be going over episode 22, everything you need to know about episode 22 of this ongoing anime. I kind of mixed my words there together, but I always do that. Let me, before we begin and get into the nitty-gritty of this episode and what's to come, let me just refresh the chat box over there so you guys can see yourself. There you go. There you go. And everything flows in. Streamlabs is kind of a mess, but it's all good. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming here, for hanging out. I know Kate joined us 2 weeks ago. She was not able to make this one. And I know last week we actually did not do one because I was on vacation for the weekend. So it is really good to be back. It is really good to be doing a pre-show again. It's actually not a pre-show officially until Envoy is being played in the background, so that band should start up very soon. There we go. There we go. Okay. But yeah, big thank you to everyone who's here nice and early. 60, Esto, Sargasso, Sir Killalot, Nicholas Horton, Arian, Night Fighter, Samai, Zachary Grossman, Windstorm, Keaton, Duncan, Saxophone Beast, Zachary, Switch Kid. What's up, everyone? Thank you guys all so much for coming. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and you guys know I get very hyped very easily, and I really do enjoy most of the episodes. I feel like I'm maybe not the best channel to go to for a critical perspective because I'm pretty easygoing. I feel like I like a lot of these episodes. I don't think I've ever been looking forward to an episode more lesser than this episode. I really do not have any expectations for this episode. And I know a lot of people might counter that and say, well, what about, when he dueled a massage chair, Dylan? What about when they dueled the cat? At least with those episodes, we didn't know what deck the other characters were using, and we didn't know what they were going to bring to the show. I feel like with Arata, who is, of course, dueling Rook in this episode, there's not any, new cards that we could maybe look forward to. There's not anything new to the plot that I feel like Arya is going to add. I am really excited for episode 23, and we are going to get into the 23 summary a little later on. But for this episode, I'm not really looking forward to it. If I'm going to be honest, this is probably the first Sevens episode where I'm not really excited for it. It's very easy to get me excited, but I feel like the result is going to be pretty straightforward. Rook should win. If you haven't played in the Pick'em, definitely submit your pick for that. Let me get that up. Just shoot a submission to that email right there in the chat. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe there will be a shock. But anyway, we got 16 minutes till the episode starts. I'm going to do everything that I can to try and, build up some excitement in these last 16 episodes for this episode. And let's go to that cam. Boom. Okay, here's our preview picks. And Jack, thank you for the donation. I actually forgot to read everyone who donated in the last 7's Up stream because the donations, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate them and how much they help me out. So this was 2 Fridays ago. Thank you to TNX Rail, Jack Knight 21, Chris Raiders, Nicholas Horton. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for your amazing support. And all the donations that we do get, I promise you, I will read them after I go over everything I need to go over and before the episode starts, as I always do. So, Jack, thank you very much. Let's get into it. So, here are our 4 preview pictures. Top left, we have Rook. Actually, let me pull it up on my end so I can see it a little better. Rook, I guess, I don't know if he's being shocked. I don't think he's being shocked. I think he's just probably talking about how great he is. You can kind of see a little, tear mark on the back of Arata's head, which usually signifies, just confusion more than anything else. So it's just Rook being overdramatic. Bottom left, Rook being overdramatic, sitting on a throne made of clouds with a cup of, I would assume it's orange juice. It's supposed to probably represent alcohol, but obviously Rook is, 12 years old, so I doubt it's a glass of Chardonnay. Eating, honestly, that is a huge chicken leg. I have never seen a chicken leg look that big, but he's got 2 chicken legs. He's double fisting chicken legs. And then in the top right, we have Arata, who seems to have trapped Rook in some sort of bird cage. I don't know if that's literal. I don't know if it's one of those cutaways where what's happening in the cutaway is not really happening in the actual episode. Arata looks, his thought bubble is just a big scrambly mess. And then in the bottom right, Rook is fanning himself off. Yuga's holding Kaizo. Gakuto and Roman look disappointed as always. Pretty much their typical reaction when Rook talks. So based on the preview images, it's going to be a very, very easy, not easy, excuse me, a very comedic episode, a very funny episode. And I think for me, the only way that this episode is going to be enjoyable is if the humor lands. And humor probably will not land for me until the subs come out. So, you know, the live stream will be kind of interesting. But I don't expect anything new to happen in terms of cards, in terms of really the plot. I mean, we'll go right into the cast list, but the cast list doesn't really... Oh, that is not the wrong thing to get rid of. The cast list doesn't really make you that much more excited for it. I'm not going to lie. Here's the episode 22 cast list. It's a very small cast list. Here's the summary. Again, this is the episode airing in 13 minutes now. Yuga and his friends used the coupons they got from Mimi and enjoyed a meal at the I restaurant. So I like how that kind of plays in. Remember, Mimi gave them the coupons to kind of pay them off. A little bit of hush money there so that Rook would not spoil to YuGiOh that his mom works for Goha. So I like how that's relevant. Again, tight-knit show, tightly written show. Everything seems to have a purpose, which is why Sorako will be back. There, they felt someone was watching them, and it turned out to be Arya Arata, who, remember, dueled Roman and lost to her a few episodes ago. After bringing Rook to the dishwashing room, Arya began a cheating duel against him. Remember, Arya did cheat in that duel, and the way that Rook was able to stop him was by using his Rook Devil special powers. In this episode, he's not able to use his special powers. So Arya is going to be cheating again in this duel. I wonder if it'll be the same way he cheated against Roman, but Rook will not be able to stop him, at least, you know, not be able to stop him. I think you put heavy emphasis probably on the hypothetical there. I'm sure by the end of this episode, Rook will figure out a way to either get his power back or just overpower him and win the duel. But the cast list, it's the main four. It's Kaizo, it's Arya, it's the iRobots, and that's it. The AI robots. I'm so used to seeing AI and saying I from Vrains. So no one on this cast list is surprising or shocking. And unless there's an error in the cast list, which does happen, it has happened before, but you never really count on errors in the cast list to occur. So, you know, again, there's not really, for me, too much to look forward to. Maybe the comedy will be good. Rook dueling again will be cool. I expect Rook to win. My pick is Rook. The entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything crew, me, Kate, Cal, Nick T, and Pete, we all picked Rook. For those wondering, for those still debating in the Pick'em League, I think if Arya wins this, I'd be absolutely stunned. I'd be stunned. He does remind me a little bit of Bandit Keith. That's actually not a horrible comparison there. So let's go to the episode 23 summary, and let me say this. The episode 23 summary, the episode 23 in general is going to be a great episode because something that I think a lot of people have forgotten about, episode 23, we are getting our new mechanic. We are getting our new technique for rush dueling. It was supposed to be revealed in December. I think it's being maybe released in December, but I remember seeing that episode 23 is going to be a new type of mechanic in the rush duel game. So not only does episode 23 sound really good from a show and story perspective, but we also have that to look forward to. So this really does feel like a stepping stone that we all have to kind of endure to get to episode 23, which is going to be a really enjoyable and good episode. Yeah, so that's something that a lot of people have forgotten about that we can look forward to for next week's episode. Here's the 23 summary. Unfortunately, there is no cast list. The cast list, once again, just like last week, is late. It can happen. It's happened before. It's nothing crazy. Kind of sucks that it happened back-to-back weeks, especially this week when I was doing the pre-show. But we do not have the cast list yet for episode 23 at the time of this, in the world. But episode 23, That Which Lies Beyond Providence. Remember, next week's episode. Yuga and company have reached the Gate of Providence, the entrance to Neil's Haven. Beyond the road, lined with shops selling various kinds of providences. I really don't know what that means. Is the Haven, where the final showdown with Neil awaits. we don't know who's dueling, but we do know a new technique and a new mechanic of the Rush Duel game is coming in this episode. We know this arc is ending after episode 26, so we really are at the end here. Is Yuga going to duel Neil in episode 23? Because I feel like Yuga probably has to be the one that uses that new mechanic. Unless maybe they give it to Rook, but is Rook going to duel in back-to-back episodes? I don't know. That doesn't really make too much sense to me either. So, I really don't know what to expect. I really don't. We don't know who's dueling. I wish there was more that I could go on here in terms of giving you analysis for this episode, but we're kind of in the dark, and I don't want to speculate too much knowing that we are going to get a bigger summary and an actual cast list for this episode in the upcoming days. I feel like I would just kind of be rambling unnecessarily. If this was an episode happening 3 weeks from now, like remember back in the Arc 5 days, we used to get summaries for the entire month. That hasn't happened since Arc 5. It didn't happen with Vrains. It's not happening with Sevens, unfortunately. So we just have to wait a couple more days for this to be revealed. But we only have 4 more episodes until the season, the arc finale, whatever you want to call it, in episode 26. At this point in time, we have no news on a new opening. I know a lot of people have asked me, are we getting a new opening when the new arc begins in episode 27? We don't have any news on it yet. We might get some news on it maybe in November's V-Jump magazine. Usually they give us more time to prepare, though, when it comes to the opening. So, I don't know. But again, it's all different. There's no more precedence because it's a new studio. It's a new type of show. It's a new style of show. So, those old precedents that my boomer self has been used to is kind of, we got to throw them out the window. Let me see if the new images have been uploaded. Yep, I'm not going to look. We got our new pictures. Usually it happens like 10 minutes beforehand. Pete, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming by, dude. All right, new images. So we have Arata in the top left being a dishwasher. Roman with a glass, the same glass that Rook had in on the cloud throne. Actually, it looks like they're in the sky, which is an element of the ramen shop where you can literally be in whatever setting and background you want to be in. That's exactly what's happening there. Roman is drinking orange juice. We'll go with that. I mean, she's very young. I don't think she's drinking alcohol. It's certainly not milk, though. Top right, I guess that is going to be a theme of this episode, that Arya has trapped Rook in a cage. I don't really know for what purpose. Maybe to force Rook to duel, but you know, we'll see. I mean, we know he'll get him out of the cage to duel him, but we'll see. And then we have, I believe, just an eye waiter from the restaurant in the bottom right. So, you know, these pictures give us a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen. They kind of give us a little bit of a tease into the story points, but they never really give away enough where you ever feel spoiled by it. So, yeah, orange milk. Ooh, that's gross. Yeah, Roman's drinking Minute Maid. No, it's probably orange juice, which is all good. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Well, we'll see if it's going to be good. I'm just excited for a new episode. I mean, new episodes excite me in general. Again, my expectations are pretty low for this. But yeah, 5 minutes to go. The reason I started this a little late, I like to start it at 6, is because I knew we didn't get a cast list for 23. This episode, there wasn't much to go on, so I was like, you know what, we'll start 10 minutes late because there's really not too much for me to talk about. We did get a donation, so big thank you to Jack Knight for the $5 super. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Dylan? Still doing the pumpkin stream tonight. Yes, we are doing the pumpkin carving contest, the second annual one here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, most likely starting anytime between 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern time. So, definitely look for that stream later on my channel if you're interested in that, of course. Literally right after the stream, Kate and I are grabbing dinner, maybe meeting up with Calibro, and we got to find some pumpkins, and hopefully the whole crew will be there. It'll be a night where we just chill, carve some pumpkins on the eve of Halloween, which is exciting. So that will be cool. Yeah, for those living in different time zones, it'll be about 4 hours from now. To all 170 of you, thank you. I was not expecting a turnout at all for this. mainly because I know this episode is not really driving up hype for anyone, really. So I was expecting a lot of people to kind of skip this because it's probably, at the end of the day, going to be probably a skippable episode. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate it. Again, if it's your first time here, the link is right down below in the description. You can follow along. I'm not showing the actual video on my stream, unfortunately, because I would get copyright struck. So you have to kind of have that up in a different browser, or have me up, or, you know, watch the live stream and not have me up, whatever you want to do. But yeah, 3.5 minutes. Any final predictions? Again, you have 3 minutes to give your prediction for the pick'em. If anyone's interested in the pick'em and you have not submitted your pick yet, the email address is right there. I'll promo all my stuff. For updates on my channel, there's my Twitter. For non-Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, there's my Twitch. That's true. The preview of 23, I feel like a lot of people are here for the preview of 23, honestly, because the preview of 23 is going to show who's dueling, and if it's Gakuto versus Neil, or Rook versus Neil, or Yuga versus Neil, man, that is going to be hard to pick, especially knowing we still have 4 episodes until the season ends. So, yep, Kevin is one of the leaders. Kevin is one of the 8 leaders tied at 17-2, and whoever wins, I mean, you really got to get your picks in, because if you win a new video game system. You basically win $500 for picking Yu-Gi-Oh duels correctly. So make sure you get your picks in. Even if you're at like 13, 14 points, you still have a very good chance. You're still way in it with probably 60 more duels left. So yeah, congrats to Kevin and the 7 others, Pete being one of them. That is 17-2 at the top of the pick'em standings. I think most people probably picked Rook for this one. Yeah, episode 23 will be exciting. And, you know, I'll be here. The pre-show is coming to an end in a minute and a half, but I will be here for all the reactions to the episode 23 preview and episode 22, obviously. I don't know why I made that so dramatic. Yes, Elena is also 17-2. No one is officially 18-1. No one is officially 18-1. I have some 17-1s. Is there any point in starting to pick now? It is a little late. I mean, if you want to play just to see how you do, I mean, if you theoretically started now and picked every duel correctly, you'd have to gain 17 points. Probably not, Zach, if I'm going to be honest. If you want to, you're more than welcome to, but probably not. But even if you're at like 7 or 8 points and you've kind of played, I think you have a decent chance. If you're within like 10 points of 17 right now, and you pick perfect from here on out, I think you still have a decent chance. I mean, we still might have 60 to 90 duels. So, like, we have so many duels left. Rook's first loss. Hey, I love my bold predictions. I would be stunned, Peter Marlowe, if that happened. But you know what? Sometimes you never know. So let's get to it. We got 30 seconds until... Oh, this is a great song, man. It's one of my favorite Envoy songs. Obviously, we got to turn Envoy off. Yes, you email me the picks to the YuGiOHPickEm@gmail.com. You get the prize, Pete, if you win. Yeah, I plan on doing the pick'em with another big prize for Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 as well. I'll probably do a video announcing it. All right, let's go. This is Envoy. The whole playlist is linked down below if you're musically inclined to listen to it. We got to turn Envoy off, unfortunately, and let me go to my... Oh my god, I'm choking. What am I doing? Okay. Click the link. Click the link. If you don't want to click the link for whatever reason, I'll still be here. I'll commentate as best as I can. I gotta mute my desktop audio. There we go. Oh, perfect timing. I know it's very loud. Let me lower it. All right, we're underway. They're in the ramen shop. And Rook's power accidentally went off and just stunned the waiter. I guess they're going to go in the pod by themselves. Yeah, Rook literally just killed the waiter. And Rook's power went off again and closed the door, and he crashed into the door. So we're going into the opening. So very early on, I guess Rook maybe does not have... That's weird. Up until this point, we have not seen Rook use his power incorrectly, right? Every time Rook uses his power, he seems like he's in very control of it. For whatever reason, all of a sudden, this episode, it does not seem to be that way. That could be because of Arata. That could be because of something Aria Arata did. So, I guess we'll keep an eye on that. We're in the opening, though. Oh, and I gotta switch the scene as well. Hold on, let me switch this. Boom, there we go. Minor switch. You got it dun dun dun. You got it dun 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 dun. Draw. Come on. Let's see if they change the opening. They've changed the opening like 4 straight weeks with a different monster like transitioning to the sequence. Let's see if they do it again. Dun 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 dun. I love this opening, but I'm always excited for new openings. Opening 2, I'm really interested to see who does it. In a road. My road. Let's see if a monster transitions right here. A new monster. Yep, new monster. That's like this is probably like the 9th or 10th different version of this opening. This is shattered. I mean, it's small changes, but it's still a different version. This has shattered the record for most opening changes a Yu-Gi-Oh opening has ever had. Absolutely shattered it. Let's see if the commercial is still... Oh, they're showing Yuga's new ace. They're showing Yuga and Rook's new ace. So the commercial of Roman and Gakuto advertising their new aces is gone, replaced with Rook and Yuga's aces. That could be because of the COVID delay, or it could simply be that maybe Roman and Gakuto summoned Skull. Ooh! Oh my god, please tell me Summoned Skull is going to be in this show. Please tell me, man. That's... Okay, now they're showing Roman and Gakuto's aces. They're showing that commercial. They showed Summoned Skull. I feel like every time they show a monster in these commercials, usually they show up in the show. At least with Sevens, that's been the case. I don't know. Summoned Skull has a much better chance of showing up than Red Eyes or Dark Magician, I think. Yeah, my stream is behind. I don't know. I'm having latency issues with my stream. Not sure why that is. Yeah, I've been having latency issues the last like 3 or 4 times I've gone live on YouTube. Not sure how to fix it. So mine is a little behind. Black Skull Dragon, dude. That's what they're getting set for. The waiter literally just... The waiter just came in and abducted Luke. And now Luke's in a cage. I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. He wanted to capture Roman instead. These Rook sequences are obviously so comedically filled. It's kind of hard to understand and fully enjoy unless you obviously understand it. But there's just a lot of exchange. Okay. Cage is lifted. Dueling field is on. Alright, duel started. Wow, this duel's actually private right now. It's just Rook and Arya. I'm not really expecting to see anything new in terms of monsters. I think he's remembering the cheating. I'm just gonna say this now. If Rook loses this duel, this is the greatest shock result in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I'd be absolutely stunned. Why is everything breaking? Oh, his watch broke. Well, yeah, Jarrett. I mean, come on, that's how they do it. Yeah, I guess Arya can just straight up cheat, and because Neil. I don't know what's happening. I did say in the pre-show his episodes are very comedic and pretty dialogue focused. Well, yeah, even the Schrodinger duel, I'd say to a degree. I like how he's cheating in different ways. Yep, there's another cheat. Is it the same strategy? No, it's different cards, right? I know. Could you imagine if he actually wins doing this? See, he can't win because then in a way the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is promoting cheating to win. Right? Like that's another thing. Like he literally if they write him to win, they're literally promoting cheating to win. Yeah, actually, okay, he did summon Santa Claus. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I mean, he's completely cheating. To get on the top 10 highest life points, what's the amount you have to reach? I think you have to reach like 20 or 30,000. I should look that up. Oh, we're getting a little bit of backstory on Rook. Or no, just Yuga's thoughts on it. But yeah, it is the watch. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Then I wonder who gave him the watch. Goma. Yeah, I saw that too. Goma. That old man with the monocle. I feel like he's going to be important at some point. No, is it 8,800, Corlinium? Okay, thank you. All right, we're at the commercials. Yeah, I pulled up my top 10 life points. Yeah. Marcel reached 8,000. Zark reached 8,000. Ray reached 85. Marek reached 8,550. And then Spectre is 10th at 8,800. Grace and Gloria, 10,000. Noah Kaiba, 11,000. Faker, Godwin, and Jose, 12. Mad Dog, 15. Darts, 20. And then like Charlie McKay, 100. Don 1,000, 102,900. Now, those two are never going to be reachable. But there's a chance he might. So there is a chance that we might see history here. What's his life points at currently? Yeah, the 7 guy in Zexel reached 100K. Oh, that's a pretty it's a pretty decent monster. Just a huge cleaning tank. Oh, jeez. Right, at least Arata is using like new strategies. Wow, he's down to 9 cards. He's down to 9 cards, dude. They'll get him that watch. God, that laugh, dude. I can't with this guy. Another one, jeez. Oh, so I think the effect is that Rook has to send his hand to the grave and then draw that many new cards. Yeah, I think that's the effect of Arata's ace right now. So wait, is it over then? Yeah, I guess they got to explain decking out because target audience has never, well, they're assuming that this might be a lot of people's first Yu-Gi-Oh. Yuga's gonna use Rook's special power. Imagine being Rook. Dude, after the second episode, you thought you had everything. You beat Yuga. You had this Poli effect power. Yuga didn't even want to be the king of duels. Oh, okay, never mind. It actually didn't work. Oh, so maybe Rook has to use it. Yeah, I guess maybe it isn't the watch. Gagato, the man can fix roofs, and he can't even work a watch. I wonder what Rook's going to do to, well, probably just draw gears to inflict big damage. A lot of dialogue right now. Each duelist has only had one turn. Yeah, Dragonic Pressure, really good card. Just wiped Arata's field. Yeah, Rook got this. Rook got this. Easy dub. Dude, he let Arata cheat and Arata still couldn't beat him. I do like that. Like, I really thought that Rook was going to be able to get his power to work to stop Arata from cheating. I think it's better of the two options to let Rook beat him straight up even with him cheating. I think it makes Rook even stronger. Yeah, I like that animation. That summoning sequence. He's going for the triple aces. Triple aces, dude. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. 3 monster zones, and Rook filled it with his 3 dragon aces. Yeah, he got killed. He went for the deck out. He failed, and he's going to lose because Rook gave him... He gave Rook too many cards. He's recreating the opening. This is a good turn. This was a really solid turn. Really good dueling turn. I mean, when you have a hand of 14, yeah, you're in pretty good shape. All right. Well, you know what? I'm actually happy that this is the way Arata is getting destroyed. And hopefully after this, please, we never have to see Arata again. Please. I'm happy Rook kicked his ass. I wanted Rook to win, obviously. I never really was worried about the result. It's an awesome, awesome sequence. Damn, that was one of the most pog turns that we have seen so far in sevens. Just massacred Arata. Arata's got the face mask over his eyes. Now let's see what happens. He's probably just going to fall through a hole. Yep, well, Yuga got him to give something away. Just like he gave away the last thing after episode 16. Yeah, so Rook's power, dude, is good. All right, they found the Providence, baby. They found the Providence. Yep, there. I knew that would happen. I knew that would happen. And you know what? I got to be honest. I'm not upset about it. I think I was more upset when the cat went down. Let's go, baby. 23 is going to be good. The final showdown. You have to wonder if some of Neil's cronies will be there or if it's just Neil. All right, I was hoping we'd get a silent shot of Neil. Maybe smiling or something, but we're in the ending. Hard for me to judge the episode. Even if I feel like I like an episode, I never really say it right after the live stream because without dialogue, it'd be very premature for me to say one way or another if I liked it or didn't like it. You know, I went in with pretty low expectations. It honestly, that last turn by Rook really helped the episode a lot. Yeah, that last turn by Rook really helped the episode. Arata using a different style. They addressed the Pauly effect watch, which was cool. So it wasn't a completely pointless stalling episode like I was worried it would be. It seemed like there were some pretty important features. You know, a duel that I was not excited for going in. And it was a good duel for Rook. It was a very good duel for Rook. Great last turn. Yeah, great last turn. I prefer the cat episode. That's fair. I mean, the cat episode had some great references. All right. Yeah, I don't like to say if I thought it was bad or good until I get dialogue, because dialogue for me is so important. He ran out of deck because it was some combo that Arata was using that kept forcing him to draw when Arata was doing his turn. I don't know exactly what the combo was. Let's see the preview. Come on, please be a Gakuto duel. Just let it be a Gakuto duel. If this episode, well, no, because again, it's got to be a new mechanic, and so for me, Yuga's got to be dueling. This has to be a Yuga duel. I don't think it'll be against Neil. It wouldn't shock me if it's a Yuga Sebastian rematch, to be completely honest. It wouldn't shock me. Yuga has to duel. Yuga has to duel. If they're showing off the new mechanic, Rook just dueled, it's got to be Yuga. It's either Yuga or Rook, but Rook just dueled. Yuga versus Neil, yeah, but for that to be in 23 instead of 26, I think Yuga versus Neil is going to be 25 and 26, the same way Yuga versus Roa ended the first arc. Oh, yeah, if it's Gagato versus Neil, yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, sound the trumpets. I mean, it's over. It's going to be, that'll be hard to watch. Let's see. Neil's dueling. It's Neil versus Yuga. Wow. Oh, wow. Neil versus Yuga. Neil versus Yuga. Oh, my God. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Wow. Not the season finale, and Neil's going to be the one that uses a new mechanic. Based on what we just saw, that was crazy. Based on what we just saw, Neil is definitely going to be the one that uses the new mechanic. Because they showed 2 shots of Yuga looking absolutely stunned and terrified, and Neil's going to use a new mechanic. And wow, based on that preview, it is hard to say that Yuga is going to be okay and win. Yeah, I mean, based on the preview, not saying that it's a foregone. I don't know. That's a tough choice. I don't want to say my prediction already, but wow, that preview makes you want to pick Neil, doesn't it? Wow. Neil looked genuinely terrifying, mainly because Yuga, who is such a composed character, all the time, genuinely looked like he lost his composure. And I have never seen, in the entirety of the show, I have never seen Yuga look like that. I have never seen Yuga look like that. I mean, Yuga looked terrified, and we know for a fact that 23 will have a new mechanic. It could be fusion, could be synchro, could be ritual, could be something that we have never seen before in Yu-Gi-Oh! Something that is exclusive to Rush Dueling. Either way, we will be live at the same time we were this week for episode 23. Oh, wow, that is going to be interesting. Yuga versus Neil. This might be the most actually hyped up I've been for a duel so far. That is going to be great. Wow. I wonder if it'll be, but that's crazy that this arc ends at episode 26. How is this arc going to end if Yuga versus Neil is 23? This is weird. I love it, dude. I love it, man. I love it when things just don't add up, because that's when it's harder to predict, and I love when episodes and the show is harder to predict. Yeah, if you enjoy Sevens, I'll have a review on this episode maybe on Sunday or Monday. Definitely do not miss Sevens Up. Definitely do not miss Sevens Up. We will be talking about this episode in depth every Wednesday night around 8-9 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be talking about everything episode 23, and we'll have to make our prediction on Yuga versus Neil, which that'll be tough. I was honestly really praying it was not going to be Yuga Neil, because I have no idea. I have no idea which way I'm going, man. But that could be a Yuga loss. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you all so much for hanging out, for watching the Sevens pre-show and watch-along. And to Jack Knight 21, thank you so much for the donation, my friend. I will see a few of you on the Pumpkin stream, if that is anything to... Oh, yeah, that's right. Entame is actually in my Discord, and yeah, Entame said there'd be a delay. So then maybe on Monday or Tuesday, look for the review. Obviously, she's got a life, so that's if there's a delay, it's completely fine. Yeah, I will see you guys maybe later tonight. If I don't see you later tonight, please have a great weekend. Stay safe. And until next time, guys, take care. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see these streams, click the playlist on my channel, and you can watch all the Sevens pre-show and watch-along streams there. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you all so much for